New destination, new discoveries. Today, we will visit Antibes. We start our day with a breakfast with a magnificent view of the sea. Antibes is the third most populated city in the Alpes-Maritimes department after Nice and Cannes. It's located 23 km southwest of Nice, 15 km southeast of Grasse, and about 10 km from Cannes. The place is central, and that's why we choose to settle there for our new adventures. After our breakfast, we go to a park in the town, and first thing we found was a nice reminder of our previous trip in Spain, since we bumped into the statue of a bull. Nothing to do with the bull ring, but a simple restaurant. The city was founded between the 5th and 6th century BC by Phocians from Marseille, who gave it the name of Antipolis. After this short introduction, let's go for a visit. And it's under a sunny sky that we begin our visit of Antibes. There is a reason that we call the Mediterranean Sea the Big Blue. The landscapes are breathtaking, and the Cap d'Antibes offers us a wonderful panorama. Being a hotspot of meeting of the jet set, it's not rare to meet there movie stars. For the moment, no star in sight except these fantastic landscapes that we can't stop admiring. We take a small staircase that leads us to a small square that borders to the Picasso Museum. We discover there one of the statues of the artist Nicole Brousse, woman's sculpture and sculpture of women. The museum is founded on the ancient acropolis of the Greek city Antipolis. The king's dwelling was a residence of bishops for 9 centuries, then inhabited by the Grimaldi family from the 14th century, became a town hall in the 18th century and a military barracks in the 19th. In 1925, the building was bought by the city, and in 1946, Picasso stayed there for 2 months and produced many works. In 1966, the Grimaldi Museum became the Picasso Museum in homage to the painter. Located between the ramparts and the Picasso Museum, we see on our right the facade of the Church of Our Lady of the Assumption, built on an ancient pagan temple. Many times destroyed and rebuilt, in particular in 1608 and 1746 during the War of Austrian Succession. King Louis XV has donated the facade of the cathedral. In the 19th century, the facade was redesigned with the addition of stucco columns and false capitals. It's always interesting to visit the churches because they are the historical witnesses of our towns and villages. After leaving the church, we continue our visit in the old town of Antibes. We saw a commemorative plaque in the Rue des Arceaux. Then we arrive in the Rue Saint-Esprit. These old streets are soothing and really pleasant to visit. We arrive then at Place Révély, where we find another sculpture of Nicole Brousse. These sculptures are made of clay, resin, or bronze, and they are real size. These works of women in movement are inspired by her passions, dance, circus, and fashion design. They can be discovered in different places in the old town of Antibes. Moreover, we find one of her works on the Promenade Amiral de Grasse, which gives us a direct view on the famous beach of La Gravelette. We head to the Vauban Harbour in direction of the Fisherman's Quay to go towards the famous sculpture of the Nomad. A few steps to climb and we are on the rampart of the port. It's a marina of 25 hectares with 1,656 berths. The central cove of the Bay of Angels is a maritime shelter frequented by sailors since antiquity. It was founded by the Phoceans in the 4th century BC. It's one of the departure ports of the first crusade in the 11th century. A first dike was built in the 16th century and then a pier in 1648. The Bastion Saint-Jaume, between the port and the old fortified city, was built at the end of the 17th century. Vauban undertook major renovations of the ramparts in 1680. At the beginning of the 21st century, it was the only oil terminal on the Côte d'Azur until 1970, with a sector of the docks used for storing petroleum products and a gasoline depot for refueling ships. A naval air base had also been established there but was destroyed after the World War II. The current quays were created in the 18th century and extended in 1830. It's dominated by the square fort that we will visit another day. Now direction the Nomad, a monumental sculpture by Jaume Plensa. The giant of about 10 meters stands on the Bastion Saint-Jaume. The human figure is sitting in front of the sea, one leg folded against his chest. Dressed in a lace of capital letters made of white painted steel, the contrast with the blue sky of the French Riviera is beautiful. With this work, the artist touches his favorite theme, the relationship between the world and the human body. According to the artist, life is constantly tattooing our skin, and for him, writing is perhaps the thing that makes us human. Thus, creating a human body with letters is a way to illustrate the fact that we are part of the text and that we see the world through letters. We can walk in, and the people don't hesitate to stop and take some pictures. The Nomad is perfectly integrated into the maritime horizon, creating a strong interaction with its environment. Jaume Plensa is a contemporary artist of Catalan origin. He was born in Barcelona in 1955. He is particularly interested in figurative sculpture, creating works that are easily appropriated by the public. Exhibited in summer 2007, the sculpture is now part of the permanent collection of the Picasso Museum in Antibes. We leave the port and make a small stop for a good ice cream, and we continue our way by passing in front of the famous Provençal market. Market to which we'll return another day. We take again small roads to go to the National Square of Antibes, which is surrounded by many restaurant terraces and has also a bandstand inaugurated in 2017. We discover the statue of Raymond Penett's Lovers, which gives Antibes a common point with the city of Karuizawa in Japan, since a statue of the artist is also present in the city. After a few minutes of walking in the old Antibes, we take the coastal path, known as the Sentier de Tirepoil, which runs along the coast of the Cap d'Antibes along the Mediterranean Sea. The Tirepoil Trail is a hiking trail that runs along the majestic coastline of the Cap d'Antibes. Its name comes from the Provençal word Tirapeu, when the Antibes locals used to call the path that led to the point of Tirapeu. The walk is easy and goes along the sea. The route is enchanting as much as the landscape around it. In 2011, the old customs path was extended. It's now possible to make a tour of the Cap d'Antibes in areas that had long remained inaccessible by walk. The path connects to the beach Garoupe of the Cove of False Money on 3.2 kilometers. In the past, this coastline was totally privatized by the rich owners of the adjacent villa, who made private beaches of it and installed pontoons to moor their yachts. The law of the littoral put an end of this privilege and the access is now public. The view of the sea is totally clear, and you can see the waves crashing on the rocks. After this fantastic walk at the seaside, we went to the supermarket, much less glamorous but necessary. Preparation of mini homemade hamburgers and a well-deserved rest. See you tomorrow.